Xin with a great angle for an Enchanter bot lane, because Xin becomes so much more problematic. You can fly in on these champions with the support of the Seraphine, and with the Encore flying through you, having that Bruiser in the front line is so powerful.
Is it weird that I feel like Skumon's thinking about Volibear?
Yes.
I mean,
what about
last year,
Trundle? To me, Trundle is just the obvious answer.
Yeah, you're right. That makes way more sense on paper. But it depends on whether or not they want to lock in their support now, because they've decided to go for the Scion. So as we were talking about that Scion safe blind, it feels like that there aren't many great answers into it right now, unless we get Bin's Vayne top.
Exactly,
perhaps.
which has not looked good at all. If Keen looks useless on Vayne top, maybe it's time to reconsider the Vayne top.
But this is Bin. Bin has been the best top laner at this tournament.
He's also just not a Vayne player.
I mean, but he could be, you know?
Oh, God,
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I mean, yeah, a champion. We're just so used to seeing banned, we didn't really consider.
Not allowed. You can't pick that.
Thank God they're 1-1.
It is, yeah.
So now we've got like double range, a lot of poke on the bot side of the Rift, a lot of peel, and G2 already starting to build a front.
Dude, I went to bed at 8 p.m. yesterday, but I didn't fall asleep till 1 a.m. Biscuits, thank you so much for 84 months. Welcome back, thank you. Oh my God, Doc, and you're still awake? What are you doing?
That's a question with most of the matchups. If you want to go tank for tank, I think that's completely fine. The Bin champ, I would be thinking about a bit if I was worried about a counter.
You guys are playing WoW?
Like
You guys stayed up playing WoW? Doing what?
And if I'm thinking Camille, diving on Varus sounds pretty nice. You know, you already have the Encore, you already have the Xin.
PvP.
Aggressive for Knight, then you
Like
could go for
arenas or
Battlegrounds as a
battlegrounds?
potential diving option, but you can also just go like tank for tank. And
Yeah, I can't. I told you guys, like, I can't fall asleep.
Obviously, I really hate the matchup.
I have.
It's so hard to slam home that advantage.
I don't know how people just go to bed and they lay in bed for a bit and then fall asleep. I can only fall asleep after I hit like an extreme tired point, tiring point, and that tiring point doesn't really come until later. Even though I've like trained my body to like at least fall asleep right now around like 2 a.m. ish, but it's like impossible to speed that up. No. Hi Chu, thank you so much for 26 months, welcome back, thank you. Chuchuo, thank you so much for 52 months, welcome back, thank you.
That's making me a little bit nervous, because I think it is unlikely that Knight doesn't have any good games in the whole series, right? You know, Caps has been playing incredible to keep Knight down. If that doesn't happen, then that becomes problematic. You need other people then to be stepping up. You need BB to be able to create advantage uses. You need Skumon to have one of these massive games where he's putting Shun in the ground and really creating an edge, because Caps can't do it alone the whole time.
Wondering if this Ahri will make its way to the ban table, because if you ban away the Ahri, then does Mel suddenly increase in prio? The Syndra is going to be the target instead towards Knight. I mean, when we think about Knight as a player, Syndra and Ahri...
Eating some carbs and taking magnesium. Magnesium does nothing for me in terms of like making me feel relaxed, but I take magnesium anyway just because it like theoretically helps. I do everything I can on paper, but I don't think it actually does do anything.
It is quite strong, and I do think this gives them a lot of poke and a lot of
Hi,
control.
Alonsi.
You have Seraphine, you have Mel, you have Ashe, you have all these slows. You have, you know, this Xin that doesn't necessarily have to fully commit to a fight. You don't have to play full dive. You know, it's talking about the ability. You know, if
I could try playing classic Pally, like Paladin.
They're clearly considering a lot of different options here.
Like classic Paladin is that boring or something? It's John's fault. Wait, John stayed up too. Oh my god, you guys just stayed up playing PvP, wow.
Impactful things as we see the Aatrox locked in, likely to be a jungle Aatrox here for Skumon with that Scion going top.
And I do like it because, you know, as you guys have rightly mentioned, it is one of the common answers.
I honestly understand why PvP WoW is so fun though. It's kind of like League but with like a billion more buttons.
That is the Anivia that locked here.
Which sounds awesome.
4 Caps in the mid lane, going to be matching up into The knell from Knight. Camille.
I got excited about the Anivia and then the despair washed over us, I see. Oh, there's the other one. I mean, when
Just
we think about
hover gangplank as well. Come on, guys.
Dang.
When we think about Bin and champions that he is so synonymous with, Camille and Jax are two of his most famous. If he locks into
Both
Jax
teams
here,
are
he's
pretty
very much looking for,
well-rounded.
I'm looking to be a scaling threat later on into the game. There's little that Sion can do to stop me, and while I might not have kill threat in the 1 versus 1, I have a mixed damage portfolio, which means I'm slightly harder to
maybe.
itemize against. And also, my goal is not
I've
to kill
only
you, Sion, it's to kill
recently
your
played
carries.
WoW
And so I'm
PvP.
looking for a
I think it was
sweat
in
against the summer
Dragonflight
caps.
where I
You're not gonna
actually
stop me
tried
reaching that point in the game.
Yeah, and the question to me
arenas.
is, you know,
That's
how
not like the
successful
40
will
versus
Bin
40
be in
thing
getting
with
in the
like,
backline? Obviously,
I don't know,
no
launching
Nivea,
catapults
no
and
dash,
stuff. I hate
Varus,
that
no
one.
dash. If they see you
But
and you're
I think
trying
I
to
tried
fight through the
actual,
Nivea, it's very,
like,
very difficult. You can even interrupt the leap strike, you know, with
PvP and
the
WoW,
wall
and I don't
from
even
the
know if it
Nivea.
was
You can slow
Shadowlands
him down that
or
way, but if he gets on a
Dragonflight, but I
flank,
tried in
all
one
of a
of
sudden the
them.
battle lines can become
Silver,
very,
thank you so
very
much for
difficult.
gifting
So I
5
think it's gonna
subs.
be a
Thank you,
lot
thank
about
you.
G2 being able to mark him on the flanks, not allow Bin to be able to get in that back line.
Oh my god, look at this giant pimple I have. It
Ultimately
hurts.
like what both comps have done. I think that there's strengths and
Ohio.
weaknesses to both sides. I think that both
Thank you
work
for the
somewhat
gift
in
to
similar
sub,
ways in terms of
Silver.
their poke. For me, the things that I think I'm keeping my eyes on is Caps on Anivia. This is the champion that earned him the finals
good
MVP
morning.
domestically, in contrast to the Jax outplay potential.
The
These two
Nivea Mad
individuals.
Life play.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that these two champions kind of give agency to two standout performers today, and I think that having agency
Let's
to make
go
that outplay can be the
G2.
difference in a series between these two teams.
And in comparison to last game, I think that Caps' champion is going to have a lot more agency in this game
predictions?
compared to
I don't
last game. Very
know.
difficult game to play LeBlanc in.
I'm kind of
So
excited
much
that it's
point-click CC,
1-1.
So much chain CC. You can control fights. You don't necessarily have to make those solo outplays.
I don't
You
even
can
know
just
who
win
I want
fights
to win.
Playing this Anivia.
So,
Just want
question for
fun
you.
game.
Hang on, which I'll
Good
get to in a
game.
second, is we have to shout
Good
out
morning.
for his 1,335 international assists, making him the 3rd all-time passing owner.
Dude, I'm so
at
sad.
international events.
So I really like
do think,
my
though,
Nod
G2 have gotta
Pod
start playing with some of these level ones.
eye
That's
mask
3 level ones that BLG
for
have gone
sleeping,
in a row. The last 2
but
games, it did net them pretty nice
kind of
advantages.
it
You have to
it
respect
attracts
it.
a lot of
People need to
cat
start making
fur,
this adjustment. You can
and
do
so.
level ones, you just have to hard commit
But
to
I've
it.
been using
It's
it
very
religiously,
difficult
so
to
I
stack
ordered their
defenses,
more
against a
expensive,
lot of these
like it's like a
plays, and they just
silk
use the
one,
ghost early to get that Karma Flash.
and I
Seeing some
ordered that with their
variation in the
weighted
jungle path as
blanket,
well as,
but I only got the
Skimble
weighted
against on the top
blanket,
side,
and I
as we
didn't
come
get
to
the weighted
expect.
eye
But
mask, and I
while we watch the
messaged their
jungle,
support
action, you can also
on
check out the
Instagram,
active
and they
battle
still
pass
haven't
bundle,
responded
which
to me,
unlocks
but
new
I don't
prestige
want to
like
be
Runes for the skin
scammed because
and Chroma, so if you're
it's
interested,
really
make sure you go check out
expensive,
that
and
stuff
I
as we continue to check out
really
the pathing
would
of each
much
of those,
rather.
because BLG
I
seems
really
like
would
they're
hope
gonna set
that
their
they
sights
either
towards top side. And
refund
again, something
me
you've talked a
or
lot about
send
as
me
well
another
is
one,
yesterday when
because
we watched the JDG versus BLG
they
matchup,
literally
it
only
was
sent me
that
the
jungle
weighted
top
blanket and
what
said it
really
was
drove home the
delivered.
victory against JDG.
Yeah, if you can punish Broken Blade on this Sion, you can get him so far behind, get Bin into a lead. We've already seen what Bin can do against G2. That Embessa 1v3 outplay in mid a couple
The
of days ago.
Seraphine Ash lane.
Broken Blade will just try and keep himself as healthy as possible for the possibility of an early gank.
I can't believe we're
BLG
seeing
will
so
know
much
exactly
Anivia.
where Skewmon has path because they had a ward on his blue buff, and it actually looks like Shun might look for an invade with his pressure from bot side.
Well, it makes a ton of sense as Shun. I mean,
Dang! Oh wait, no, no,
he has
no.
full information with the pressure that he has
Oh,
in the lane.
oh, that's their award.
Skewmon able to take the wolves when it becomes lightning. Skewmon dashes across the wall. And he's able to
Oh.
All of the wins. You know,
Think
this
he's
is
gonna
like the
start
top
it?
Teams, you know, from LCS and LEC, how many wins they have against the LPL and the LCK over the last number
Oh,
of
wow.
years. G2 pretty much has more than everyone else combined.
Yeah.
You know, they
Aatrox
have been the
loses.
hope
I
of
guess
the
Shin Zhao is
LEC,
the ultimate
hope of really
dueler,
any
to be
Western
fair.
fan to be able
Oh,
to
they
mix
want
it
to
up and
stop
take
his.
down these LPL
They
and these
know
LCK teams. And
he's
again,
trying to
here,
invade,
Pat
so they're gonna
Bursting
try to
is
stop
able to
it.
do that. The best results they've had
Oh
in
dang!
many
This is
years.
jungler
LCK has
power
just been
play.
running
The
things
top lane
in
even
all
TP'd
esports
to be
until
prepared to
G2
cut off the
showed up this time.
jungler.
This ward actually
Yeah,
really good
they
outside
know.
of the bush because
They
then it covers
wanna.
the entire entrance
They
area
wanna
where
stop
Skewmon could
him.
walk through.
I think
Skewmon
they
was
have a
trying to
feeling
hug
of
the top
it.
side of that wall that has
Yeah.
been spotted as he starts off this blue. Shun
Plastic,
running
thank
around
you
the
so much for
corner in the
gifting us
darkness.
up to
Skewmon does
SSG.
have
Thank
smite, but
you.
so does Shun, and
Yeah,
also,
that's like a
Shun doesn't
quick
think and
give
force
up.
away the G2 jungler. That will be Scuttlecrown on
Dang.
this top side as well for the
Oh my
BLG
god.
Yeah, and the main thing
The
is just
jungle
push, right? You have two
is
pushes
so
every lane, so as soon as
behind.
he's there, you have to run.
Cleanses away from the
G2's
deep top. That's gonna
jungler
be
is
a
so
stun. Has to
behind.
flash
He had
as
to
well.
flash.
Valkyrie on.
Dang, there's so much damage that comes out on the Seraphine
That is
Ashley.
scary now for Hans. No flash, no cleanse,
Hello.
no heal on the Brav, and still missing
I
his
don't know
flash
who
for a
I'm
while.
rooting for.
Does raise the
I never really
possibility
root
of
for anyone
action
in
down on that bottom
particular.
side. You know, Shun could take a look there.
I mean, this whole early game is mega dominant from BLG. They've got 3 pushing lanes. Shun's pathing has allowed him to slow Skumon down very significantly.
Oh!
Root threat to Cap's gonna force the egg out early. Not
The
end of
E
world, of
missed, but
course,
it
he's gonna
didn't
resurrect
matter.
with his full HP. But the pressure that is being exerted, being put down onto Skumon and onto all of these lanes, means that BLG is already off to a decent early lead.
They really are. I mean, the bot lane at the
That Shun Zhao ability, that skill shot is such a far skill shot. It's so long.
As long as you don't die, as long as you aren't getting completely blasted, you hit 6, you know, you're able to start having a lot of wave clear on the Anivia and post 6 for
Is it the
time.
W? Yeah, it goes so far. He's able to like dash onto whoever he hits with that too, right?
They spotted Skumon everywhere.
BLG have done their due diligence. They have
Oh,
good at
snap.
tracking where Skumon is,
That was a nice
tracking where he
W.
can go and making sure that there's just no opportunity for what has been the linchpin of G2's early game.
Mel
Skumon
has like
finding
no
gaps,
mana
finding
or
ways in,
W.
getting
That's kind of
stealing
scary to
W
walk
counts.
up.
And because of
That's
that,
really
G2
brave
feels
to
very
walk up.
neutralized through the early game in these last couple of matches.
And
Oh, I
nowadays,
see. The
Caps,
jungler
he's
was
got
there.
Krugs up and he's got wolves up. It's just like the worst situation for a jungler to
There's
be
a
in,
lot of
because,
people
like,
obsessed
there's
with
no real
Pokopia.
optimal path, where Shun has just cleared back through his bot side. He can now up towards his top side. He's gotten both crabs. Like, there's such a huge early game advantage for Shun. And
Thank
Skumon's
you.
largely just left
I'm
wondering
kinda
and
craving
fishing
a
for opportunities
smoothie.
that don't
Am I-
materialize into anything.
I think it's going to be really interesting, you know, come
Maybe
time
I'll
for fights,
make
'cause
one.
obviously the ability to start the fights
I don't
is
think I
mostly
have
on the
any
side of
frozen
BLG,
berries.
right?
Oh my
They're the
god,
ones
my
that have
bananas! I have
all
to.
of these engaged
I have to
tools.
cut up my
Medic
bananas
reacts
and put
very
them in the
much so to that.
freezer.
Just tracking them perfectly. The hawk shot, they
Yeah.
pinged the red buff, and then hawk shot comes up. He spots out Skumon on the Krugs.
Nobody's ever done that in the
but, like,
history of Dota.
I don't think BLG have been unaware of Skumon where he is for the first 5 minutes of this
Yeah.
game. They've perfectly tracked him. It's an incredible team effort to make sure that Skew just can't have any impact.
They even pinged him out on stage. Nowhere he can go.
What can you do, man? Just locked there, I guess. Crystallized down from Caps as he tries to trade in with the Frostbite, but Flash Frost doesn't connect onto Knight there, so Knight's still very happy in this lane. Leads across the board for BLG. You look at that sea of blue down towards the bottom side. Only Labrov with a lead for G2 right now.
Man, the fact that you see Melon like every game, it must be so annoying.
Naturally, the dragon will be a big point of contention for both these teams. It's a really
Banana
important
bread?
objective,
I've never
especially
made
when we
banana
are
bread.
more towards a scaling game.
Is it easy to make?
I mean, with Skumon on the Aatrox, you do have that extra damage threat as you get later into the game. But something that I feel like we just see so consistently from LPL teams is just this, like, I call them like quad.
I have not
threat
seen a single
compositions
Mel E land.
even the jungler
I
that we've
can't
seen
tell if this
Xin
guy
do
just
so much
throws up
damage
to
in fights in
zone.
this tournament especially. And the Seraphine
Good
heal that she's
morning.
going to be able to provide is going to be something that G2 will struggle to navigate around as the support.
Wow.
Ultimately, they're just farming gold off each other.
If I'm
right now.
Seraphine, I'm like
I feel
sweating
like these kind of
bullets here,
competitions are
but
so powerful when you have such good mechanics, right? You
Seraphine's
have
a lot
such talented
tankier than I
individual
thought. What
players.
is she
You're
running
giving all of them
masteries? I don't know,
agency
it's
to
just
create action, to find angles, to
airy
really
and
take over a
inspiration.
game.
I'm surprised
LPL,
that
I think,
Karma
is
didn't do
uniquely
more.
good at these comps with tons of carries.
Seraphine
where you can
looks
create
so
kind of
squishy to
individual
me.
skirmishes on the side. You have a 1v1 over here, a 3v3 over there, you know, 2v2s and so on. And that's something that G2 will have to deal with. Definitely want to be kind of death-balled up, I think, as their comp. And really playing front to back.
Did he have two? Oh, he had 2 stacks. I was like, he started that with Smite.
BLG will take the fight to you at every opportunity. They'll make a few more mistakes, but they are so
Dang.
willing just to take a
That is a
skirmish.
really
Whereas a team
fast
like
dragon.
Gen.G, a little bit more methodical, still
They
incredibly good,
pre-planned
of
that.
course.
Oh.
Flashes away here. Pokemon is going to flash out of the counter strike. Someone has exchanged on the top side.
Oh my god, the thumbs up, dude. When did emoting in LC, or I said LCS, when did emoting in League become so common in pro play?
I mean, we have the luxury of casting Bounce this split, so we know that a Scion death really doesn't have that significant impact later on into the game. And
where's BB's collector is my question.
yeah,
Like,
that's
what's
the
he
real
doing,
question.
man?
We'll see.
Does Karma hurt without her mantra Q? I mean, I don't know. It looked like she RE'd and then I just figured the auto attacks would even hurt a little.
Meanwhile, Hans, even though he lost his flash early, has been doing very well in the farm department, and they found this really nice window to secure that dragon uncontested as well. Mid got the push, bot got the push, recalls came through from BLG, and Skumon saw that as an opportunity. Now he's on the top side of the rift though.
Oh wow, this Karma also... I'm always so
One of the
surprised
things I
when
did
people
like about
don't
Ranger
run
Legends
like
is
the
there are a
resolve
few things
tree
that go in
second
that,
on
and sometimes
Karma.
when you get low on mana, you can get kind of stuck
Is
in
that
these awkward
shield
lanes
not
that you
just a
run away from
value?
being
I
able to
feel like
against
the
him.
shield
So part of what he's
healing
doing is
rune
trading
is
5
such
aggressively to
value
scratch
on
the wave
her.
and get a good reset. And I think
But I
he's
guess
so
everybody
intelligent
loves
around playing these
inspiration.
kind of timers on Jax because Jax can struggle. You don't have built-in sustain early on. You can run out of mana in these lanes.
Yeah,
So
I
you
also
know
thought they
when
didn't
to
do
really trade
emotes
your
because of
ultimate
like
as a resource just to get a reset. And I think
BM
Fizz is
and
just so
whatever,
smart
but
about doing
maybe,
that, not
I don't
allowing
know.
Broken Blade to get into an
Maybe they're
advantageous
like,
lane.
Well, so
hey,
far
let's
this
put some
series,
spice in
BN,
League
of course, has been
or
spectacular, but Knight
something.
was the
I'm
player
not
we'll be keeping
sure.
our eyes on, hoping to step up more as the series continues. And right now in this laning phase, he is oppressing the
Do you
Vivian.
bless
You
me every
expect that
time
with
I
the matchup.
yawn,
The amount of
mania?
hook that she has. Oh, Cleanse going to be used by Hans. He should be safe
Thank
there.
you.
Getting a little bit low. But yeah, I mean, the mid lane going very
Did I hear a
favorably for Knight
Seraphine
here in
ult?
Game 3.
On
No,
just
she did
at
not
6 though,
ult.
So now this is what Hans
That was
is going to have
just
to
like
watch out for
something
because now
else.
you have no cleanse and the Encore just got leveled. So need to really watch out for that in these next couple minutes while he doesn't have the cleanse.
See Hans backing away, not even trying to survive under the tower with the long range that
He
Varus
does that to you
provides.
all
Instead
the
saying,
time.
okay,
Oh,
with Jhin,
I
especially in the
see.
area, I'm just going to back away.
Thank
No reason to
you.
risk trying to like flash out, trying to get a chain of corruption down. They will give up a huge wave though underneath the tower, and BLG extend their gold lead to about 1,000 overall. Labrov coming back out on the map, so that's about a third of his XP before he gets to that level 6. And no real neutrals available to either team. Crystallized down, Flash Frost used late, so the rebuttal doesn't get it as they look for the damage.
Why did he W? Oh my god, that was so brave to W the E over the Q.
And get him the push out.
I'm so surprised he E'd the E, or he W'd the E over the
It's just a
Q.
heal that was expended by Labrov. He's very close to level 6. I imagine he'll want to stick around mid lane to secure that final level.
It does feel like Merc Treads are kind of a must for G2 this game when you're looking at how much CC is there, and it is one of these comps where if one bit of CC hits, all of a sudden, you know, there's the snare from Mel, there's the root from Seraphine, there's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, there's the Encore, there's the Counter Strike. You know, it just kind of never ends. So tenacity
Mel
is
has
pretty
TP. They
important.
know she's
Would
recalling,
love to
but
see
she's got
Mikhail's early
TP.
for LeBron
Yeah.
as well.
Wow, they're fighting for this blue buff now. Oh. Oh, he smites it away. Oh no. Oh. Oh no, he's dead.
I mean, he thinks
Dang.
that because Mel has gone back to base, Caps has the push, and Broken Blade has more HP, that this is a favorable play for him. But Caps
GT's
doesn't have
jungler
no
has
mana.
just
There was
been
nothing he could contribute to that
trapped.
skirmish, which meant that
Like
Shun says, hey, I mean, this is a
he's
free
been
win for
working
me,
off
takes
of
those
like
lives.
one quadrant.
Ghosting in, looking for the damage onto Labrov, who uses the inner flame well to keep Viper at bay. Because of that, G2 will be able to walk away.
Yeah, and they're trying
First
to trade
but
aggressively
11
with the
minutes
Ghost, but
in.
looking at the
Yeah,
arrows
this
back
is
up
more
yet,
like,
and there's no cleanse. There's
I
no
think it's
cleanse
because there's
on,
more
so
stakes
if they can get
involved. They're
Hans
playing
low
with
at
more
all, they
stakes
can look for a
involved, you
potential
know.
arrow into
This is
Encore,
what I kind of
look for that
imagined the
aggressive
earlier
play,
games would have been
G2
like, but it
paying
just went
respect to
a
that,
little
is
too
playing pretty
crazy.
defensively.
Skewon, though, with an early blunder could cost G2 a lot. When we think about, I mean, so much of the conversation so far this tournament for G2 has been
Oh,
how
scary
excellent Skewon has been
Seraphine.
on forced to heal.
Flashing in with the
Oh.
inner flame, trying to force on splash
Oh.
out Caps.
Oh, there's so many
Flashes
fights
away.
going on.
Foot into the egg. Glacial Storm put a little bit of a slow in the end.
Oh, she was
Jhin
able
has
to just
flash and
walk
heal in the
away.
bottom
That
lane.
is quite
I feel like
unfortunate.
that was a bit of a bluff from Labrov, because, I mean, Skewmon is just hitting the scuttle, has no ult, no flash. I don't think he really could have got down there, but On does respond with the two summoners, so ends up going pretty well.
The top lane is just emote central.
Just short of clipping onto Caps. Unstoppable onslaught used onto
Oh.
Counter Strike coming out as well. Broken Blade walks
Oh,
away
that
from
was a
it,
nice
and
flash.
Ben has to flash first. The risk of BB flashing in with the auto. Bin escaping the clutches of the Scion, but
That was a
BB
nice
winning out on the
flash.
1v1.
I mean, great play from Brook. I'm honestly a little bit shocked. I wasn't expecting this matchup
It's not
to
often
go
we
that
see
way.
Bin
You know that
lose against
minion
G2
push
damage.
ability that Scion has that does damage? Does that ability do anything if you can't push anything?
We of course have excellent Scion players there. We should know looking
Oh.
for a fight.
Encore onto Labrov, who doesn't have the flash.
What did he
Caps trying to come across.
cleanse?
There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow as well for the follow-up
Because
onto
he didn't
Labrov.
get hit by the
Into
charm.
solar snare, the Karma finds her just as desserts, and
Oh, she
two more
Mikhail's
follow
did.
suit.
Oh, I see.
2 more kills to BLG, and now it's
I was
3K
like,
gold
what did
lead.
Aatrox get
Just
cleansed
Punishes
of?
missing
But
resources so well.
Karma just
LeBron did this
Mikhail's.
flash trade on bot side. Instantly they collapse
I
on
think
Evil
before
with
she
Mikhail's. It
died.
doesn't matter. The CC chain will not
Oh, this
end.
might be a
I just
GG.
think Shun is playing on another level this series. This guy, to me, has been the jungler of the tournament, and he is just so confidently moving forward. There's the
So you don't like need to push a minion or anything?
There's the solar snare. It just never ends.
I mean, I'm shocked that G2 trying to force this skirmish, especially given the state of the bot lane. Varus was so far away, and Anivia
This one kind of just looks like
that
that early jungle pressure. That early jungle pressure kind of just like snowballed. I'm not necessarily rooting for any team.
And as we check out the Coinbase gold grind, you can see
Just fun to
a bit of
watch.
that gold advantage coming through from the top side, but really Shun and Viper where a lot of this lead is sitting right now.
Shun just having such a strong early game as again they find Lebrov. A singular ward in that bush near
Oh,
the
nice
walls. He's gonna
dodge.
dodge away from the wind becomes lightning, but Lebrov he doesn't get to control any of this jungle.
This is
on the
just
top
jungle
side, so Lebrov a little
domination.
greedy walking in by himself, but he's trying to get down to Hansama because Hansama is now between the towers in the bottom lane.
Now top lane looks so toxic. They're just like thumbs up.
Exactly, and Lebrov is revealed there by Knight in mid lane again, so Hans can't do anything. You're just going to lose the entire wave. You're going to lose more plates. And Viper has this big advantage now.
Oh.
Things starting to get tough for G2. You know, if you can withstand the early storm, sure you can scale, but they're starting to really convert these advantages and get them bigger and bigger leads. And now they're going to have to move the Sion down to the bot side because they know Hans must farm.
I
You
also
cannot
hope the
just be
games are
sitting there doing
close-ish.
nothing. So they're going to send Sion down to bot side. They're going to move Hans mid, and Caps is going to have to play in the side lane, which can work. But again, Anivia very gankable. You are very low move speed. You really can block people coming straight at you, but if they get behind you, it can be tough.
You know, I think back to the draft and how G2 prioritized this Varus and banning the Nautilus themselves. Remember that when they played against the Ashe Seraphine before, they drafted doesn't quite connect, but they drafted the Misfortune plus Nautilus as an answer, and by going for the Karma Varus, they're saying, we can match in the 2v2, but they've fallen short there. Skumon hasn't been able to successfully play with this pressure. Instead, Shun has been
There's
continuously
ulti
punishing.
gone.
And now G2 are just trying to fish as the first tower of the game goes the way of BLG. They extend the goal lead to 4.3k. And I mean, BLG, it feels like that this game is over before it's even really begun.
And I mean, the lane economy snapshot, they're lying to you because Bin just took the first tower right after that. So he is now 1.2k ahead. The top side, again, massive advantages. But this game, it's the whole map. And it is G2 really falling out of it. This does feel like one of these games when you get this far down this early, you kind of get one good shot, right? You have to choose your moment. You have to say, all right, when we hit 2, they won't have 3 items yet.
Yeah, what? I don't.
Try to force a fight, right? But the problem becomes, at that moment, BLG can just play.
Looks rough.
Because Bin is on the jet.
BLG is really good at pushing their advantage.
And the Chaos, or just the Mikhail's out there on Hansama. Didn't have to use the cleanse himself. Lebrov in the area to protect him.
Well, just a bit of trading.
The Mikhail's is out.
Between the 280 carries, but it is Viper that holds on to that very healthy lead. Cap's starting to trade back a little bit more favorably against the Mel now that he's completed his Rod of Ages. Something we often see from Caps is he forgoes
This
the tier
Anivia
build
versus
and
Mel
just
matchup
chooses
is
to go
kind of
with a single
funny.
mana item, then into AP. It gives Anivia that earlier spike so that you're not
Grab
waiting
that
as long
blue
before
buff,
she becomes
Seraphine.
relevant,
You
which
know
the
you
current
want
pace of the
it.
game and the mid makes a lot of sense.
Exactly, and especially in a game like this, if you're going tier and you're waiting for the row, you're waiting for the Seraphs, it's
Look, they're not getting it.
You need
Seraphine, grab it.
As I said, you are bleeding out. You're probably only
That
gonna
blue
get
buff
one
is
big
gonna
team
be
fight. If the
gone.
game goes on, you really
Someone
have a good
pick it
chance there
up,
to move on.
please.
But luckily for G2, one thing working for them, they took one early dragon. So at least you're not going to be drawn into a soul fight.
Mel doesn't even want it. She has to push her lane. Seraphine, please grab the blue buff. Okay, goodbye, blue buff. It was nice knowing you. You were up there for free and nobody decided to take it. That's crazy. Yeah, I did see On's Anivia support. It was absolutely insane. He was just smurfing. Oh, goodbye, Ashe. That was a really nice positioning from Caps. Oh, never mind. Nice flash. Oh. Oh, here comes the Jax. Oh. 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 Oh.
An absolute slaughter in favor of BLG as they punish the aggression from G2. Viper doesn't even
That blue buff.
to get to safety.
Why did nobody take it? It was so easy for Seraphine to take it.
I thought he was absolutely screwed in this position, but he holds his flash for so long, and it felt
Yeah,
like
him
G2
holding
were
his
kinda
flash
waiting for
here,
him to commit to it before they go in. The Encore buys a lot of time.
trusting the
He flashes into the
Seraphine
wall,
was kind
even
of
with
big,
that
even
inhibitor
though
wall
it
coming
didn't hit,
behind him. He can rejoin the fight.
the ulti didn't hit
Finn
Caps.
arrives,
That was
and
really good
Hans has
positioning
no
from
chance
Caps,
at
though.
all. They proc the egg. He gets into the back line. Viper survives. And you said him at a Q, really get one shot, and this one did not land whatsoever.
Seraphine
running away
makes every
with this
comp
third
just
game.
so much
Talked about in the
stronger.
draft, you can't count
I don't
on
know,
Knight being
Frogs. I
held
don't
down
really
in every
mind who
single game,
wins.
and this time Knight has a big advantage for himself as well, and it's the whole map that are just dominating for BLG.
It's just what BLG do so
I actually
well.
woke up early enough to watch
Brilliance,
the
topped off
game that BLG had
team
just
fighting
won,
and team coordination.
but I was like
7.5
washing up and rolling out of
They're
bed.
going to secure their second dragon of the game, and you look across all the key carries, 1.6, 1.8, 1.2, 2.3k ahead right now. G2, if they manage to come back from this, it would be something pretty darn miraculous.
Sure, not going to quite connect onto Hans Summer, but absolutely BLG.
Encore.
Oh, is that enough?
We can take this trade. Chain of corruption is going to land. Viper on the chase. Skewman
Oh,
ports out of his own
dang,
jungle as the Bob trades with Knight.
that's
trying
kind
to
of
come across,
aggressive.
TP in by G2. Rebuttal
I feel like
down.
not having
Has to crash
Seraphine ult
into
is
the
pretty
barricade. He's
bad.
locked in there.
Oh my
But
god,
can't
he
really
is
follow
stuck.
too
He's
much,
so
even
dead.
with the decimating smash in the end. Caps will manage
That
to secure the kill.
that was crazy. I've never seen that before, where someone dies in Baron Pit by themselves because the Anivia walled them in to that corner. That was crazy. Dude, the Anivia plays I've been seeing.
No TP. He's running. He's lagging it. He wants
Yeah, see, now we're down Seraphine ult. Like, I genuinely think Seraphine ult is so strong. I don't know if they should use it like that. Oh, that was a nice initiation. Oh, I don't know where the Seraphine thinks they're going. Oh, oh, everyone's going one at a time. Oh, here. Oh, one more, one at a time. Okay, nice.
I mean, it's the best case scenario for G2 because while they didn't quite secure the Baron, they get
Yeah, let's.
down goal. They get
That was crazy. I'm telling you, that Seraphine ult costed them so much pressure. I wouldn't even say it was the Karma's death here. It really was this ult is so crazy. She did that from so far too.
No TP on Bin. He's pushing bot. You can't just go for that. So even if it's a 1% chance, if that's our best chance, we will send it. Shun goes in early, but LeBron.
Where is Seraphine going, by the way?
Comes through. Viper is dancing.
Like, why does Seraphine just ignore this Sion? I'm so confused.
It's not until Knight arrives.
Where is she
This summer's
going?
They're on to Hans. That bit of damage and the ultimate coming through, allowing them to kill off Hans. Otherwise, it could have been so much worse for BLG. But G2, again, they never go down without a fight, and that's something I've always admired about this team and admired about Caps rosters. They're going to look for the best chance, even if it's a slim one.
And now the good news for Cat
This Ashe is just like, this poor Ashe is just watching his entire team just throw everything. Literally watching his team just like funnel 1v1 and throw. That was so crazy. Oh. Look at that Seraphine ult. Like, it's so nice. Like, I don't know. You gotta hold Seraphine ult for like bigger things than just like initiating on one person. Is Jax okay there? The fact that it extends, yeah, exactly. I think Seraphine ult is so crazy strong. The fact that it extends is so crazy. Dang, I can't believe even Ashe can't melt down the Sion. They gotta back up. Nice volley.
To slow him down.
Caps is barely surviving to Bin there. Didn't have enough damage. The egg
Yeah,
is
Mel's
actually
kit is
very
insane.
tanky.
Look at Mel's
Able to
items.
knock him
It's
down
just
before
Blackfire
Revive
Torch
came
and
through.
Crypt
Played a
Bloom.
good job peeling for him, keeping him as safe as he possibly could here. This is, you know, another fight starting out. Lebrov getting caught out has been a pattern in this series.
Oh, we're gonna go back to live as the action kicks off once more.
Oh, nice Verisol dodge. No Verisol. Nah, this Scion does not take any damage. Oh, that was so well played. Oh my god, look at this Ashe go. Oh no! The Anivia lived. Dude, this Scion is unkillable. Oh, both wards, hello.
Such a good
Nice.
angle there. He had the Seekers, he flies into the back line. Sure, Hans can flash the first counter-strike, but that's what the Seekers is for. Buys the time for the cooldowns to come back up. He can do nothing about the second. Hans is food for the Jax. BLG grab the Baron and have a stranglehold in this game.
And a flash from Viper as well in the midst of that fight.
Yeah, the Viper played that pretty well. You realize hitting Scion is granting absolutely no value.
And he did just that. BLG reclaim the gold lead that they once had, but themselves in the powerful position that they had earlier on in this game, and they will start to stifle that hope that G2 had built up here in Game 3.
A monstrous lead now for BLG, 7.7 thousand gold their advantage.
I can't wait for the break so I can go make some food.
The Rabadons, and now with a Drake available, LeBron has to flash away from that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. If he'd been caught, once again we would have seen him going down. BLG just forcing G2 entirely onto the back foot.
Yeah, and this time it's Broken Blade pushing.
Imagine he
top.
flashed into that.
TP,
That would have
so
been such
I
a
don't think G2
tragedy.
are really looking to contest this. Of course, he is going to base and could join potentially with that ult, but I think with LeBron losing flash, there's just no way in. So you just give up that third dragon, hope that you can somehow contest at that next one, deny the soul. But BLG aren't going to give you time because they have the Baron buff. They're going to push through multiple lanes.
Broken Blade going in with the unstoppable onslaught. Now BLG all able to dodge it. Crystalline coming down with the wall as well.
That Seraphine ult, I'm sorry, was so bad. Yo, On's Anivia might be significantly better than his Seraphine. Dude had 4 people behind him and he chooses to angle it into the wall of Summoner's Rift.
Here in Game 3, they're not wasting any time at all. With the Baron buff, they are melting these towers. G2 only have 4 members left alive, and they just don't have the wave clear needed to stop this siege from BLG. An inhibitor will fall, the tower protected mid, but for how much longer with this siege coming through for BLG?
That Scion had like 4 people clumped behind him.
Good flash frosh on Knight, but Mikhail's away.
That was a nice Mikhail's.
Finding the support for his team. Flash Frost again is going to land onto Shun, but it's Caps on the front foot and the rest of the team not able to really catch up. BLG walk away from it after taking the bot lane inhibitor and garnering a 10,000 gold lead.
Yeah, all G2 can do is just try to get out here, take a scuttle, claim some vision. You need to keep looking for these very difficult plays. BLG feel like they are one fight away from match point here.
Oh my
G2
god,
can pull off a
yes. Oh wait,
miracle.
no, everybody gets...
But when the
Oh
luxury
no,
items start
never
coming through,
Mm.
mind.
it's really, really tough. I mean, Bin has been on that Seekers forever, has not based. He's going to have full zonias pretty much guaranteed when he bases. I would be worried that Shun is going to have a full GA when he bases. The death cap is done there for Knight. A Last Whisper is just purchased up for Viper. They have so many tools now. And not quite having that GA, so at least that's something working for G2, but BLG just playing it out.
I forget how nice of a skin
here.
Project Ash is because I'm always using Coven.
BLG, how many times have they been this close? How many times have they got that second place? So we see the Zhonya's completed for Bin. You look back to Worlds 24, MSI 24, Worlds 23, they got knocked out in the semi-finals. A lot of decorated players on this lineup. Bin, Knight, Viper, all of them have claimed titles in the past, but as an organization, as a roster together, they have never...
This might be one of the first games I've seen where I see Scion lose.
So that one game away, Arrow was Mikhail's away. G2 now
I'm sure it's not the first time Scion is losing, but it's the first time I'm watching and a Scion is losing.
Down to 2/3 HP, only one cannon minion in the mid wave. It's going to get cleared out. Caps flashing for the crystallize. The encore only onto the Anivia, but that might just be enough. As Caps look for the play, Crescent Guard coming out. Stopwatch as well. Bin on the back line.
I think that was a good ult, despite it being able to hit more, because the Anivia was so out of position. That was worth it. Yay! I get to go make food. Be right back, guys.
One more game
victory as BLG will wipe out the confidence of G2. A convincing victory from start to finish. Let's hear what the desk has to say.
It's a bit quiet in here now, honestly. Yeah, the atmosphere has changed quite a bit. It has been the LPL's game for 2 games in a row now, and God, I always forget how good Bin is on Jax. A menace here once again.
He is so good at playing with these margins. I remember initially when he burst onto the scene, people were looking at his Camille and Jax and what makes them so different. It's because he can be so psychotic in diving on to key priority targets in the backline. I remember one of the first interviews I had with him, I asked him, like, it was a TP-less Camille, and I was asking him, like, what is it that makes your team believe in you? And he's like, I just believe in my own hands. Why wouldn't they believe in me, right?
Exactly. And why wouldn't they indeed? Because he wins games and he wins team fights. It's so beautiful to watch. We do, of course, have to start out with some jungle praise as well. Shun, your boy Shun. Now, I want to preface this. It is really fun to play jungle when you have 3 winning lanes drafted for you. I love that. But also that he's able to use it so effectively. Shun, he uses his pushing lanes, he goes for invades, and they have the hawk shot as well for extra vision. And then Skewbon thinks that he can try and get something back, and you know, Shun knows that he can just jump on them and kill him out here. Caps has 0 mana on the Anivia and just had Knight teleport back, so big punish there. And Shun once again showing up huge.
And especially with how good Skewbon has been in G2's run in this tournament, the fact that Shun is just keeping him in check is just really making these games so much easier.
Honorable mention to Viper, who, like, Ashe provides so much vision. I know you've talked so much about this, Kobe, how she's a jungler's worst nightmare. His arrows are really good, but also just his early vision with Hawkshot on top of the warding that they had, allowing Shun to go for some of these more aggressive plays was really a team effort from BLG.
You voted for Shun. Sorry, you wanted to go with something. Yeah, voted for Shun. I think it was a split vote, so I want to know what the fans think here, actually, because you had
I'm curious.
You had Shun.
I voted for Bin in the end.
Yeah, I think it was.
I was Shun at the beginning of it, but I voted for Bin at the end.
Okay, yeah.
How can we not?
Bin
It's been a team effort
80%.
anyway.
I think a lot of the team fights were very much about Bin, but the early game, Shun just defined the pace of the game.
Yeah, when you're watching these fights and he's the Jax, you know, with his Zonias jumping in the back line, and it was like, where is Hansama? Oh, he's under Bin. Bin is stomping him into the ground again. Kind of have to.
I want to follow up with the beginning of the tournament, Emily, because we were saying that BLG are an amazing team, but team fighting is not quite their strong suit here. I feel like they transform completely throughout first 10, and when you look at the fights, they actually, they make you forget about some elements of the team, because here G2 is going to focus on the team, completely forgetting about the fact that Bin can arrive in the backline, and this is where things go wrong here.
Yeah, I actually thought Viper was dead to rights here. He manages to survive, and the big thing here is, Bin TPing in. This was kind of the back-breaking fight that not only set him as an uncontestable force in these side lanes, but also really pushed the pace of the game for BLG.
I think what's really cool when watching BLG team fight is the split focus they have, where when someone's chasing down a target, they'll just leave targets behind where they're confident the rest of the team can clean it up. They're so smooth at transitioning in that way, and everyone doing a lot of damage on the team.
And again, I want to come back to the draft too, because I think the draft from BLG was so good. 3 pushing lanes for them to work with, good jungle matchup, and Hawkshot on top of it, and man, did they make the most of the early game and just snowball this out of control. We saw a lot of the times Skewbon kind of walking around with not a lot to do, you know, passing through mid, losing a lot of time early, and BLG performing all over the map.
Well, I think a big factor in that was the mid lane, because Knight has been kind of absent early in this series. Game 1, Caps completely gapped him. Game 2, he was struggling lane, but a bit more awake, and you can see from this comparison how much more of an impact he had in this Game 3, and especially considering we saw Skewbon going mid constantly. He fell behind in the jungle matchup because he was trying to shut Knight down and gank him, and I think Knight has finally woken up in this series.
Yeah, with the Mel range and with a little bit less of the extra pressure come to his lane. Like, first couple of games, man, G2 sending everybody there.
What are we looking at here? Because match point for BLG. It's not looking great for G2.
It's okay. You were so hyped up earlier.
I'm very hyped still. I still have hope, but what do we want to see here? Because lane prio, I think, is something that I would like to see in draft again. It's been about bot lane here at first 10, so that's what I'm expecting. But what do you guys want to see?
I mean, I feel like a big question that you're going to have to answer still is going to be Bin. We came into the series
We
with
cannot ban Bin, sadly. He's not part of the challenge draft.
Yeah,
so.
deny Bin from entering the game. That would be one.
Yeah, and if I'm G2, I'm actually looking at how much Skewmond has been shut down by Shun, right? Because that was a big matchup I was looking for going into this. And Shun has had an insane, like, even the game they lost, I thought he performed super well.
Yeah. Summoner's Rift belongs to the LPL and to BLG so far. They take us to match point. Let's see if G2 can come back and take us to game 5 season.
Players there. Shun, they're looking for a fight.
Encore onto LeBron, who doesn't have the fast caps, trying to come across. There's Inchada Crystallara as well for the follow-up onto LeBron. Into the solar snare, the Karma finds her just desserts as Skewmon follows suit. Bin on the backline, Hans Summer has to extricate himself from the situation, but even with the cleanse and the flash, you can't cleanse Bin. You get one shot, and you damn well missed.
Yeah, very low. Okay, guys, it's good fight, okay? She's stuck. I also nice. The bot is very low. Seraphine on the head. Nice, good job. Nice.
Stopwatch as well. Bin on the backline and Hans Summer. He just doesn't get a chance to do anything. Bin is taking names and BLG are trying to etch their name on the first stand trophy.
Game time, they about to step on a landmine.
Red Bull gives you wings.
The greatest players in the world are here.
They can just burn this one down. Oh my god, he'll win by 9!
You are going to see them like you've never seen them before.
Rocket Will as the Arcane Storm doing so much work, and Genji! They are just going to ace them!
누굴 만나도 이길 수 있다는 자신감 정도로만 생각하고 있습니다.
It's more than a game. It's a world shaped by you, the fans. And our mission is to elevate that world by building technology that creates moments that last forever. That's why we're joining forces with League of Legends Esports to transform how fans experience live events on the global stage.
Oh my god, I made it even before draft? That's crazy. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to First Stand 2026, where we're here for what could be the final game of the entire tournament, with BLG 1 game away from taking home that trophy following the footsteps of HLE last year, who defeated KC 3-1.
Might have another one to go, though. We'll see what G2 have in the bag. They have surprised us a number of times here at First Stand. But of course, BLG,
G2 is losing? I just watched the last game.
Of G2 is now 5-1 so far between the two teams here at First Stand. BLG, really looking strong. And particularly to me, Shun has just been unbelievable. And with Knight having a good game last game, that is kind of the fear now for G2, is if Knight is really playing well. We saw how that looked for G2 in the previous series. So we're looking for people from G2 to step up, and it's got to be someone to really make a difference. You can't have another game like last one where every lane is kind of just slowly losing and Skumon is getting just tracked by Shun.
I think
Good
game
morning.
1, G2 really fought back against BLG. Whereas in 2 and 3, it felt like that they just haven't had the tools to go toe-to-toe with BLG in the other game, especially the bot side of the map. It feels like Labrov has been getting caught a lot, and Hansama hasn't had the same agency or control over his laning phase that he's had in the previous series against the Korean representatives. So I think that a little bit more priority needs to go towards that bottom side of the rift, and coming into it, things like Nico immediately spring to mind as like a really powerful bot side champion, whether they need to ban it away and make it more about
A champion I really like to watch him pro
They
play.
need to pick it so they can get themselves some agency in the 2v2.
I think it's a really interesting take because I kind of feel like they've been drafting for Prio. They've just it hasn't been working out. I mean, Karma, Varus.
A champion I like watching in general is Irelia, but don't think she's really common in pro
It just
play.
hasn't been working out, and I feel like BLG has done such a good job of punishing the downside of range supports, which is when they play for vision. You are more vulnerable. That is something people always used to talk about. So I feel like it's tough, like how do you get a more advantageous support for a 2v2 than what they've already been playing?
Mini Food, thank you so much for 58 months. Welcome back.
So let's quickly recap, because Caitlyn, Nico, and Ambessa were all taken away. Cassante was first picked by G2, which honestly is very surprising when so much of this conversation has been about support and, bot lane and jungle. And like that was going to be the follow-up to my point, which is that I think jungle has had a huge impact on bot lane's ability to get prio, because it felt like that in games 2 and 3 especially, BLG did such a fantastic job of mitigating Skumon's impact and limiting
Last game was definitely a big jungle like influence.
I think did a pretty good job of mitigating Bin in the earlier stages
Thank you
of
so
last
much
game.
for
So this lane, I
58
will
months,
say, kind
Mini
of did go
Fee.
better. Obviously, Bin then was Bin in team fights. He's playing as Jax. He was a problem, but I do think they did a pretty good job with that.
I think this Xayah pick is such a good idea from BLG, because when you lock in the Vi, Xayah gets so much value, especially against a champion that wants to dive into you. Having that ultimate punishes you so effectively. So BLG choosing to take it away, and now Rakan immediately raises in priority, and with Poppy already taken out of the pool,
I really feel like I don't need enough greens, but
the Rakan, and if you do,
so hard to get.
So like I think BLG have come
I don't know, like making a salad is so much work, and
The
then
option of going Leona, which was always kind of that old classic counter.
cooking greens also feels like work.
Which is something I kind of think about.
Corki was picked.
Excuse me, Corki was picked earlier.
No,
so we'll have to see
Xayah and
where
Rakan
Hans
have
actually
been
wants to go
separated.
here.
Melvis, thank you so much for 2 months. Welcome back. Thank you.
Both Ezreal and Corki gone. You're a little bit limited. Sivir as well would be high on my priority list, but that's also gone too. They could consider maybe a Jhin, just because.
Jhin.
Yeah, I mean,
that champion is just.
I hate Jhin.
Okay, I like this more.
Sure.
Yeah. Whoa,
Jhin
Kaisa.
and Kaisa are the two that kind of I was ending up on, where it's like, okay, you either join the dive or you use something to try to absorb the dive. I just think Jhin is just garbage, and especially these gold builds, they just deal no damage. So I like this a lot more.
Jhin is
now you are kind of setting yourself up for a pretty aggressive comp. I do think.
I think Jhin is
it gives
pretty
the opportunity
difficult
for
to pull off
BLG
unless
to try to
ahead.
absorb that. I was a little bit worried for G2 that
boil
could've just gone, like,
greens.
Renata here, honestly, or something
What
along
greens do you
those
like to
lines,
boil and
because when you're
eat?
already showcasing dive in relatively low range, I think that can be a bit scary. I think for BLG, you probably want to ban aggressive
Eggplant,
pairings for this, 'cause
string
if you have
bean,
Kai'Sa, you wanna go in
broccoli.
Kai'Sa Rakan. I'm
I
thinking
really
about
don't
champions
like
a
broccoli
Kali rising in
texturally,
priority, like
but
Sylas maybe even rising
I
in priority,
like
especially
broccoli
because
the
there's the
taste.
Alistar, so I feel like Sylas is a kind of a must ban. And then to me, it's a question of do you care about a Kali or not? But Maokai so far, I'd be shocked if they leave Sylas up. I feel like Sylas goes so hard.
I think
Yeah, I used to always like steam broccoli and cauliflower and eat that like lightly salted.
Akali, as you also
But-
mentioned, is.
Wouldn't you be happy playing
yeah.
Sylas into the Ahri with an Alistar ult to steal? I feel like that's
Maybe I
actually
should go
Sylas-
back
that's
to
about
doing
as good as you
that.
can
So
get.
personally, I just don't.
That was
like
kind of the
Sylas'
easiest
desire.
way
I
to
think that
get
throwing more melees
greens.
into a champion that wants you to come to her and can punish you so effectively.
Hello.
And right now, I don't think Sylas has great.
Spinach
like
is good
Rakan
with
is
garlic.
Not enough. I need to know what jungler they're thinking about, and the jungle options I think are now becoming a lot more limited with Vi taken out of the pool. So Sylas for me, like I see the value specifically into the Alistar, but I kind of need to see what else G2 is cooking in terms of what they would pair up alongside it in the jungle.
Possibly something like a Malphite. The ability to jump on the Zyra.
Broccoli
yes,
with
you can
shoot.
ult up out of your ult, but then you
Like broccoli cheddar. I freaking love broccoli
you have
cheddar.
some option to like have a dive onto that
Maybe
Zyra,
broccoli
but it
really is
obviously
the
really
answer.
risky and not something we often see from Skumon.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of just
It's just the easiest
80
green
jungler
to
tier
eat
list, right? We can look at
and
things
cook.
like Neferi at this point. You can look at things like Wukong hasn't yet been played.
True.
You can look at Malphite potentially. There's Viego. There's a lot of junglers that are still up and available. Kali will be banned. I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, again, from BLG's side, I feel like when you see Kai'Sa, you see Rakan, they're going to pair it with dive, right? You kind of just have to. And so banning away that Akali, I think, makes a lot of sense. I'm curious where BLG will go on 4. They are going to ban the Syndra.
That's a lot of
as
mid
well
laner
as
bans.
the Ahri, so that would take away some of these strong matchups.
Green
And,
beans.
Yeah, I really feel like Caps is maybe going to go Sylas here. I could be way off base, but
No, I see the angle as well.
Yeah.
I see the angle, even if Vedi isn't perhaps 100%.
I
sure
love
about the draft
steamed
protection.
cabbage.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. BLG likely. you know,
Genuinely,
towards
I would
that
really
top lane,
enjoy
knowing already that
steamed
Cassante's
cabbage.
been on the Camille. He's just going through his greatest hits across the course of this
he's
series.
got a lot of them.
Yeah, that he does. That he does.
Maybe
That
I
is,
should get.
really scary. That
Do you
is
guys
so
have a
much dive.
steamer? How do you
I like how
steam
just
your
no matter what
food?
Bin locks in,
no,
and he's like, oh,
don't
that's
like
tough.
that. Don't like that at all. I mean, it's just, I feel like it gets a free lane to Cassante. Cassante, I really feel can't punish it. And also, like, okay, sure, a Vi goes in, Kai'Sa then, okay,
Rice
you ult to me, I
cooker.
then ult out. Bin then says, nah, you're staying right here with me,
You've
buddy.
never steamed a
So
thing in
the-
your
the
life?
dive threat from BLG looks really nice right now.
I've steamed like
To
broccoli
take
and
into consideration
cauliflower in
options. And yeah, so
microwave,
this is the
but
thing that I was like more mindful of is that like
I don't think I've
depending on
ever
what
steamed
jungle option
something
they feel they're limited to largely determines what options Caps
with
have.
cookware.
It seems that team fighting seems to be the direction that they're going. So this Kai'Sa is less about diving and more about the self-peel. Going to be using the
It's
ultimate
totally
to
worth the
try and
money.
outplay,
A pasta
try
colander.
and outplay
What is
the
that? I have to look
Camille
that up.
and basically try their best to stay alive.
TF is interesting. You know, if you go TF, you are playing to the side.
I would love
really
to
like
eat steamed
Cassio. That's
cabbage.
a little bit
I'm sure
strange. I mean, I
steamed
think it's
cabbage is also
compositionally a
really good
answer.
for
In
you.
the 1v1, definitely don't like it into Victor. Can be a pretty tough matchup. You're getting outranged. And Victor and a lot of these kind of like against these mid-range mages, you're just getting laser poked on cooldown, and it can be a little bit difficult. That being said, the miasma is problematic for a lot of these champions.
I'll look it up.
G2's champions
Exactly.
apart from the Victor. And then the fact you're running into the Cassio and you have that petrifying gaze, it's very concerning.
So to me, you know, this is not a lane pick, this is a compositional pick. He's saying you are going to be trying to dive in on us, you're going to be trying to come forward with 4 of these champions, and all of a sudden, you have to go through the petrifying gaze, through, you know,
Cabbage
this
is so
combo there
yummy
from
and
the
so good
Alistar,
for you.
through all the feathers of the Xayah, and really just trying to make it difficult compositionally, but it does open the door for Caps to set him up for success in the 1v1, and we saw in game 1 and game 2, he was doing very, very well in that 1v1 against Knight, which would be huge.
Once more into the breach, my friends, as BLG are 1 game away from claiming the LPL's first international title since 2023 MSI.
Would be nice if G2 did win so we can go to game 5.
If they're gonna put Europe at the top of League of Legends. And it's been a long time since 2019 for G2, for Caps in particular.
This is my first time
Still
seeing.
looking as an organization for that first ever international trophy. Let's make our way onto Summoner's Rift and see who of the LPL and the LEC can fight first in this game.
I mean,
The little
BLG,
critters on
as an
the
organization,
rift.
they've gone through so many
I've
different
never seen
variations, and
Cassiopeia
last year, I mean, we all
in pro
remember
play this season, so we'll see.
I don't know, what's the right word? The number of junglers that they went through, it just felt...
Slew?
Yeah, slew. I mean, it did. They tried so many different iterations, and they ultimately landed back on Shun, right? They realized that this was the man that kind of did bring the team together, and like it's been overused, but it really is true. Like this roster playing with Shun, it feels like that they are complete, they are whole, and that shouldn't take away, as you've done a really good job of highlighting throughout this series, how impactful he has been as a player at this tournament. Whether it comes to individual mechanics, his great decision making, and his synergy just with On, it's been so important to create BLG's
Wow, they really
which then enables the
are emoting non-stop in the top lane. It's personal up there.
But
I
no,
think it's horses that usually turn into glue, actually.
Okay. I mean, he has been smurfing it so far.
It's
Good thing
beautiful.
for G2, though, no crazy level 1s happening, which has been something that BLG have been going for a lot and getting some nice advantages with. You can see Caps is playing Airy, so will be Conqueror there for Knight. More of that scaling option. Interesting that Viper is also going to be going for that Conqueror. I feel like Xayah can kind of go a lot of different ways. You can go Conqueror, you can go Lethal Tempo. I've even seen some people playing PTA, so that's kind of dealer's choice.
With the jungler starting on the top side of the map, we'll be working their way down towards bottom. Viper still very healthy on this bottom lane as Hans Summer's down to half.
I remember when regular normal games in League were more common than normal draft or ranked 5s. And it would be so much more common to have like mirror matchups, but now you never ever go against like a mirror matchup. Isn't that kind of crazy?
So Caps has done a good job of just pushing him out with the bot prio and the mid prio that they do have, though Skumon has used this opportunity to steal away a camp. Level 2 for the bot lane of G2 means though...
Like I had so many Ahri versus Ahri lanes.
Skumon, the smite comes down, but it's Shun that will secure it. No, it's Skumon, in fact, as LeBron tries to come across. Caps there as well, Miasma down. Excessive force from Shun, Skumon flashes.
I mean, that's a kill for a kill.
Take him out with an blast. BLG will even out the fight 1-1.
Yeah, I just don't think it's worth it at all there for G2. I mean, Skumon was fighting the
I don't know if that's worth it either.
That trample stun as well. Not just blast gives Knight the movement speed, has double buffs as well as LeBron tries to keep him at bay. Needs the Gleaming Quill healing, but even with the Siphon power.
Well, the answer to Cassiopeia's damage seems pretty good, though. That was like a blue buff, red buff Cassiopeia.
No smite, so he just kept hitting him. And it could have been worse. Skumon smote that to 1 HP. It almost went to an E from Shun, which would have made
I don't think that was worth it.
Skumon is back out on the map. Wanted to keep this pressure on, but that was then double buffs donated tonight. Then the follow-up kill onto Caps. Now you've taken your winning lane for Caps, and you've donated 2 buffs over tonight, 2 free kills. And just like that, it's going to be a kind of a free pass out of the early game for the Caps.
I don't know, guys. This game looks over. I think they were just upset from the last game because G2's jungle had to give up so much.
Too far away to join the fight. I feel like I have to go for a 1-for-1, but then On makes the smart decision saying, I still have my heal, Caps has no flash, you've got unlimited mana because of the blue buff, let's chase this down, and they do just that.
Yeah, they're able to do it really well. I mean, Caps
It was just too much, you know?
On the Noxious Blast, couldn't avoid it, and that second one connecting was going to be his doom. I mean, the speed up from the heal from On was pretty critical there as well, but just not what they would have wanted to see. The golden left hand of the LPL Knight has been running things in that league for a while.
What does that mean? Golden left hand, like he's left-handed?
Shun is in the area. This guy has just been stellar across multiple rosters, multiple teams. He is, to me, the greatest LPL player of all time.
Yeah, and was part of the roster that last won an international title for the LPL. JDG back at MSI 2023. Now looking to add another trophy to their cabinet here at First Stand 2026. BLG once again out to this strong early lead. Leads in mid, lead in top. About 1,000 gold, their advantage across the board.
And things looking very favorable for BLG once again in the early game. G2, they're going to have to navigate their way through the fights as Caps ends up losing a cannon minion there as he was trying to interrupt the base from Knight. Like, I don't think he's actually gone back to base since that skirmish, so he's probably
I think G2 still has potential. Because, like, their comp does pretty good damage throughout. Like, scales really well, too. But I don't know, Cass being this fed is kind of scary.
They are just looking to get a reset. We'll see if Skumon can get any sort of advantage. That's a very slight gold lead. Did get that kill, so got a bit of an injection. And we'll see if he can find an angle. They don't want to let Viper get this reset.
Yeah, G2's comp has a very easy team fight. There's a lot of space. Did he not have E?
Blades pulled back from Viper would have rooted him up. With Shun coming across, it would have been an easy enough kill for BLG. Shun now getting level 6 as well before Skumon means that the Drake should be pretty easy for BLG to
I feel like I gotta play more Rakan. I feel like Rakan is so easy to carry with.
Then avoiding the walls. Broken Blade could go forward with the all-out. X-Gold made him still available to the Camille as well, and it looks like in the end with the adaptive defenses coming up for Camille, it will just be Broken Blade backing off.
I mean,
oh my god, that's Victor. I thought that was Hui.
For G2, very reminiscent of what we saw in Game 3. The advantage that Shun has over Skumon is monstrous as On sets his sights onto mid.
Yeah, goes in with the trample. That's Petrifying Gaze as well. Caps was able to dodge to the side of it. Didn't get stunned up, even with the exhaust. Is able to walk himself to safety.
Yeah, nicely done there. Skumon coming to cover, Labrov there to cover. That could have been an angle for a kill. But it's just so hard now because Victor plays this a poke style against Cassio. But now Cassio gets 2 early kills, you get the 2 buffs, then you have an early catalyst, and all of a sudden you're kind of just ignoring the
Rakan is really fun to play.
You're accelerating that tier as well, ramping that one up. On is doing so much work in this early game.
He's just everywhere right now. Skumon will get the smite.
No, this guy actually plays.
Coming in from Knight, Labrov has to try and dance his way away. Skumon trying to get the red buff slow. The knock-up Shun will fall. Labrov will survive.
No, like, this is so troll. No, I mean, we're here for it. That was so troll of them. I mean, I saw where the Alistar was, and I'm like, nah, this is so troll.
They want to take away that red buff. They know that they have the level advantage.
Like,
they
what?
have the gold advantage in mid, but it's just too deep.
Exactly. I mean, and Viper still doesn't even reset.
Like, where is this guy? I also think flashing for this that's also too much. No, they throws. The throws.
BLG, this is sometimes how they are. They can outplay you, they can create these big advantages, and then they can get overconfident and give it right back. You know, it is the kind of give and take of this.
They're like, oh my god, they threw for us.
G2 gonna be the
they actually threw that so hard.
Of that. Hans gets 2 kills out of nowhere. The Kais is accelerated. Broken Blade picks up a kill. G2 are in the gold lead.
BLG still doing a lot of things right through this early game, though. On and Shun teaming up. Shun's going to be able to take the second neutral objective of the game in the form of the Grubs. And G2, although they have a 300 gold lead, Knight still massively ahead of Caps in that mid lane.
I mean, the wave of a wave of momentum has shifted towards G2, though, which they very much needed because this early game felt like it was rapidly getting out of control. The Dragon has been secured, was secured earlier on by BLG, but now it's G2 that want to get a little bit more proactive on the map.
Yeah, this is the thing that having that momentum, having that impetus allows G2 to do. The whole game, it's been On and Shun going into Skumon's jungle saying, hey, you can have your wolves, but we're taking your blue. You can have your red, but we're taking your raptors. You can have this, but we're taking this. And now it's G2 who can actually be on that front foot, knowing they have enough tools, enough advantages to be able to take a fight if it materializes.
I think G2 clearly came into this game with that plan, right? You know, right from the word go, they're going on this invade. They're trying to put pressure onto Shun. They didn't want to be the ones always on the receiving end. You know, we had talked about it a lot, how much Skumon is being pressured. Of course, it's not just a 1v1. Jungle is about the lanes, is about the team. But Skumon being able to get off on the right foot a little bit more in this game.
It's important that they don't get overconfident because here's the reality. Bin is playing like he has all series long. He's built himself an individual CS advantage. He's still in a good spot on this Camille, continuing to scale up as Broken Blade actually fancies himself a nice bit of a trade. Does have the ultimate back off cooldown. But getting that early armor obviously helping him in terms of this 1v1.
I mean, I think Bin is a fantastic laner, but to me, the thing that has always really been standout about Bin is actually his team fighting, right? Because a lot of times he plays these scaling picks, and he's just confident. As long as he is getting gold, he is going to find impact in the 5v5s, in the 3v3s. When it comes time to make that big play, this guy has done it time and time and time again. More so than in the lane, I really associate his success with just finding those big plays in the later stages.
I mean, there was that Camille play that he did back in MSI, I want to say 24.
One of the craziest combos.
Yeah, and there were so many breakdowns. Yeah, over the Baron pit. So, like, I mean, he used to be, I want to say it was a Camille one-trick back in his solo queue days, back in the day.
A Camille one-trick?
One of the champions that he became so synonymous with, a champion that many have feared. And, I mean, it makes sense that he would pick it into Broken Blade, considering how he must feel he is just so much stronger in the lane. He is looking to proxy right now, but Skumond is in the area.
There's a Cyclone out, Bin, hookshot wall dive, doesn't get over the wall though, now flashes, Broken Blade with the path, Mega Hexagon Ultimatum, tries to be used, they'll pull it back with the all out. And G2 will find Bin, a caster curse from Benny. Look man, I know you want the LEC to win, but that was overkill.
Classic caster bias, really disgusting when you think about it.
Just throws.
Trying to go for a proxy angle there, and Skumond just
so
has
much
the right
throws.
timing. Broken Blade already had his buy, so he had the Iceborne, he has the 1v1 advantage. Bin isn't even trying to kill that wave, he's just trying to pull the wave so it stacks and pushes towards him so he can get a free base. And unfortunately, Skumond shows up, he gets punished, loses his flash, loses the ult, does die.
Importantly for BLG though, while that was happening, Shun was covering bot lane and Hans Samuelabov had to walk away. So you can see now, Hans about 300 gold behind, 20 CS down in that bot side.
Yeah, that is definitely a worthy trade, but this is now 2 kills that Broken Blade has been able to pick up. You know, on that earlier roam, he got the kill on Tonight, now gets a second one here. And
that could be a solo kill.
Caps, look at the damage.
Yeah,
Lands against it with the Arcane Storm. Caps brings the power of Hex Tech down on the head of Knight. Yeah, I mean, Shun going in with a flash cease and desist, and even with the death ray, I don't think Caps walks out of this one. Skumond trying to come in, Siphon power, the shield, the quickness, perhaps he does! G2, where have these miracles been waiting for us? I mean, that was a massive play from Knight. Like, if I could
BLG really wanted a game 5.
see it himself. The fact that he
They kind of handed everything.
And then Shun tries to get something back, but this time Lebrov and Skumond
Wow, BLG.
bouncing back here in game 4 as they find themselves more kills.
Yeah, I mean, Knight needed to early flash because as soon as you get hit by the laser, you flash.
I've never seen this big of throws in the series of First Stand. I don't know, guys. BLG might be the biggest throwers I've ever seen in this series so far. Like, what business does he have walking up this close, that low? I don't even like what. DU, thank you so much for 71 months. Welcome back. Thank you.
And then Vi is just slightly out of range, allowing for Lebrov and Skumond to come in and save the day.
That is so tilting as a Vi as well.
Oh my god, what is that guy?
Is being put in a spot where
what is he? Is he like the forest? Like the rainforest? What is he?
The thing for me though is like,
oh my god, he either looks like a energy can label, energy drink can label, or like the rainforest. You know, like those like rainforest frogs. He's a Nami. Oh dear.
There's the silence with the Arcane Storm on knocked up, and Breaker will pretty well broken by G2. Viper now with the Feather Storm, with the flash. Is he gonna go into his nest?
I wouldn't even consider this one a throw, because they had no vision, and they were like trying to come back to tower, but like Jesus. G2 is moving and grooving. Oh! That was so well played by the Rakan. I almost said Lacan by the Rakan. That was so well played. He knew the cast was looking to ulti, and they baited it. That was well played. Guys, I guess it's GG the other way.
But G2 knew it. This ult from On just came out way too late. He was already low. It's not going to protect you very much when you're down that much HP.
To be fair, they G2 Giga through and then BLG Giga through. Like Giga through. This was so good.
Recognizing it was going to come through, sets up for Hans Summit, ult into the backline. And before this replay, I said, G2 don't really have a sizable enough goal lead for me to have a huge amount of confidence.
I did say it's possible with G2. Their comp is pretty solid. No, BLG is speed running it down. For every moment since the top lane play has just been insane. It has been insane of a throw.
As much as Viper has done great in this lane phase, Hans has 4 random kills.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I miss old Victor.
And all of a sudden, despite being down 30 CS,
I feel like,
he's up nearly 1,000 gold.
because you know how he walked with a cane, and so he had like a, what is it called? The way he walked. Oh, he had a limp. He had a limp, but now he just floats. He just like floats around. I feel like the limp really defined him. Now he just walks like it's nothing.
I mean, he's been the beneficiary of all of these early kills, and they've done him a lot of favors. He's done a lot of work onto this top.
Genuinely, I kind of understand why the Victor player community is so upset.
And it's crazy to think how that one deep invade on the top side jungle has completely swung that momentum G2's way. They are the drivers of this game. They are the initiators. They are the one making these plays.
They turn like a stoic character
The game is far from over, but if you're
who
BLG and you lose
like
this game, that is what you were thinking
was
about.
really
About that failed invade.
like he owned his limp very well, and then they just like took it away, like such a big characteristic that defined him. Yeah, like he had a limp and mechanical arms, and he walked with his cane. And now he's just like a completely different entity. Like he uses like magic and not really science.
You get ahead enough on a tank, and you're kind of outstatting them, right? It's hard to trade back. So this is really key.
Isn't that kind of odd?
Getting him into a good position once again in the 1v1.
And I think it was a big mistake from Skewmon because BLG,
Like the whole lore of Victor was just like he's like a scientist kind of thing.
Skewmon, I think he just got a bit too greedy, trying to stop them from committing to that top tower, instead trying to fight them, and he ends up losing his.
Yeah, he was just like a
way more gold than he needed to.
old man
1.5k the swing now, only a 1.5k
working his mechanic
G2, and the dragon is still on the
scientist vibe, walking on his cane.
Still have a ton of tools in a team.
Hello.
If he's ever jumped on, Hextech would have made him from bin onto the backline with a cease and desist follow-up. Like someone from G2 can immediately be
as much as Arcane did good, I do think there was too much for the Arcane. Like the Victors didn't need to line up the way it did. Well, right now I think it'd be awesome if G2 won. Considering how much BLG has thrown, if G2 loses this, I don't know what to say.
And now this is where I will say it stops being fun for Cassante. Once Camille has lifesteal here, you have the Ravenous Hydra, you're healing up over and over off these waves. It becomes very difficult for Cassante to put them down. BLG overloading bot side.
Flashing in with the knock-up quickness coming out, but with the Hextech ultimatum follow-up, there's no escape from LeBron. The bird in a cage locked up as G2 lose another. BLG with a great pick.
The lockdown on BLG's team is kind of scary. The Vi ult with the Camille ult is just like a death sentence.
Getting that anywhere near that top tower, and maybe he will secure it, but BLG get a tower of their own with a kill as well.
They did commit a lot to it, but even having the TP from Knight, this is just great because Knight then goes up, defends the tower on the top side. You get the
I don't know why he was so far up by himself, but that has been like the name of the game, being really far up.
Less worthwhile, but defending the top side tower, taking one of their own, really clawing back this gold lead. BLG making a couple of very good plays.
Absolutely, and that just goes to show that G2, they can't afford to make any more mistakes because BLG is ready to pounce, and Bin is in prime position to do just that.
They really did hear me say that.
He's starting to build up for himself. The 2-item Camille that you've already highlighted.
Is that the... Is that the... Is that the Kaisa skin? I forget whose Kaisa skin that is.
We've had today, which is not something that you always get to say, is G2 with only 1,000 gold lead now has been cut.
Is that the legendary Kaisa skin?
Once was. BLG's done a really good job over these last few moments, finding picks, catching G2 unawares, and they are on the precipice of coming back in this game.
I mean, Viper yet to
this Wukong skin now always reminds me of... Is the Pokemon Zera Aura? Yeah, Uzi's Kaisa skin. Does Uzi have a Vayne skin, or do they just give him a Kaisa skin?
They see LeBron overstepping immediately, they jump onto him. It's not going to be enough as Broken Blade tries to get him towards the backline. Skewmon going in, LeBron is able to escape even through the poison ticking. Viper walking away as Broken Blade is headbutted back to the rest of his team, but meanwhile Bin continues just to push
that Kaisa skin is sick.
Distracting G2 from Bin, who is trying to get these plates.
I mean, G2 tried to group, they tried to make plays happen, but it's Lebrov that keeps getting caught out, and BLG are leveraging this to find more advantages on the map.
And I think the really costly thing is Hans lost both summoners, right? So that is going to make it very difficult at this next dragon. G2 do have those 2 early dragons caps.
Kaisa being down summoners is kind of huge. Oh, goodbye, Herald.
2 minutes on the next Drake, still a while before that next objective, but you can see what BLG are doing so well.
Yeah, the $500 Faker Ari skin and the Uzi skin.
Let's go, let's get him down as low as possible, make him use the quickness defensively wherever we can.
Yeah, couldn't quite burst him down. But a big spike now for Knight as he gets that arcane.
He also has a Vayne one? Okay. I was going to say, like, what? I wonder, was he known for his Kaisa? I'm surprised they didn't give it to Vayne.
Gone in towards, what could be a Zhonya's or just a pit stop for that Seekers, and then if he doesn't have to pop, you can obviously turn that into a Death Cap or a Shadow Flame or whatever else. But Cap's still looking for that second completed item.
That gold lead has disappeared. 3k was the advantage that G2 had amassed, but after that pick onto Skewmon, the top tower plays, the gank in bot lane, BLG have closed that gap once again, and now we're in a very...
To be fair, that Kaisa skin is so nice.
Pretty dead set across the board. It all comes
I tried it in an ARAM Mayhem once.
That's 3 towers to 0 right now.
And that's one of the big reasons that the gold lead has shrunk. G2 have been unable to pick up any of those standing objectives on the map, any of that standing gold. Yes, they are 1 minute away from a possible soul point, but as soon as you
I have not tried the Faker Ari skin.
Towards those second and third items.
And that's the glass half empty. The glass half full is if you win a fight, 1 plate remaining on bot tower, 1 plate remaining on top tower, 2 in mid lane. You could crack those outers pretty quickly and grab some of that standing gold. Take some more space on the map, which can be quite nice. And the second item obviously has been done for Hans for a while. Looks like he's going to be going in towards Dusk and Dawn, which has become very, very popular on the Kaisa.
We can see throughout the trajectory.
Kaisa's like the 180 carry I've never been able to learn. I don't know why, something about her just like...
Victory in game 1. But now we're in a very even game state as we get closer to the Dragon Spawn.
To be fair though, I said the same thing about Caitlyn and I finally have Caitlyn down, so... Maybe I just need to play like several games of Kaisa.
Drake up in 8 seconds time. Not much vision down there for G2. Knight is hiding in the Baron pit right here. Caps is going to spot him out. Shun here for the chase as well. Knight able to put the miasma down and force Caps away. That does mean Knight has to take the long route back to join up with the rest of BLG.
Yeah, Knight took about 1,000 damage there from Caps. Will be able to grab some honey fruit, heal back up. So
the game is surprisingly even.
Level 15 for now, just even.
Though I will say Kaisa is pretty gosh darn strong. Actually, no, Zaya's really strong too. Oh, she's so well farmed, no wonder.
Getting Prior was much harder when that tower is still alive. But now they will gain access.
They're both 2 items.
Good job of keeping that bot wave push.
Exactly, and they're actually pinging over on a Baron because remember how fast Cassio can do this. They're trying to threaten a 2-man.
Kaisa like has a sheen, but still, they're both 2 items.
And G2 needs to commit to one side. You either start the dragon, you try to collapse on Bin. You got to do something here because Bin is going to have that wave crashing in.
Zaya and Kaisa both do big damage right now.
Which is what they're going to do. Bin can just teleport back. Shun and Knight able to do the Baron by themselves. Bin being collapsed on by Caps and Broken Blade. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Skewmond and Hansama just trying to keep the wave around. Bin able to dodge towards the inhibitor tower and keep the rest of G2 distracted.
Oh my god, the Camille. The grand. The great run. Oh snap, the Camille's coming up. Oh. Okay. Did you see Camille's objective like change part way the moment they got Baron? The moment they got the Baron, Camille went from helping team to being like, I gotta live with Baron. That was well played.
That was crazy risky for BLG. I feel like
it really was really risky for BLG. I don't know. It feels like everybody likes to create big risks.
Bin loves this position against G2. Knight trying to step forward. Skewmon trying to get out. The hookshot wall dive in from Bin. Hexagol made him put onto Skewmon, who's invisible for a second. Knight with a noxious blast.
Oh, this TP. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're actually gonna lose. Guys, it's over. It's just over. It's just GG. I don't even know how they lost with how much BLG threw. GG, guys. I don't know. Like.
Second place. But here in first and in Sao Paulo, they are looking for the ultimate prize. BB trying to be on that front line, but he is dead where he stands. Caps trying to defend.
Dang, with all their throws, it wasn't even enough.
Redemption for BLG. Resurrection for the LPL.
Wow.
BLG are your first.
Yeah, this is in Brazil.
And it can end that quick. BLG flip the game
wow.
on a dime.
It didn't even matter.
That teleport that's going to be available from On. Knowing Bin can play for the fight. Knowing that G2 are focused on the dragon, BLG pile in and crush the dreams of G2, who made you believe.
That's so sad, though.
Who made you believe in this game, but BLG are the first stand champions, first international title for this organization, first international.
Oh, first international title! Wait, that's awesome.
The LPL fans have been hungry, and finally they can eat.
They must be so happy. What's up, Mike?
What a performance by BLG. Not just today, but across the tournament. They have been dominant, and today they showed they are the very best in the world right now. For the LPL, as you say, 3 long years in the desert.
They're so happy.
Now, again, international
the
glory.
food? I'm eating a bagel.
We'll see if they can continue it across the rest of the year, but right now, one thing is for sure.
I'm eating a stale bagel toasted.
I mean, you called it, man.
With some honey almond schmear on top.
So long. It feels like this organization has come so close so many times, yet they've been unable to do it. And in this game, it was looking scary. It was looking close. Was it going to be another situation where they were at match point and they couldn't close things out? But then they took the initiative themselves.
You just finished your bagel.
And they just ended the game off the back of it. BLG's players are standing out. And coming into this tournament, all eyes were on Knight. They were on Bin. But really, it was On and Shun that were the superstars of this roster that really brought everything together and were the massive playmakers for BLG, especially in today's final.
I mean, they played incredibly well. A slower start for their standards, 5 games against FearX. But after that, it was domination. They 3-0'd G2 last time. G2 able to get a game this time around, but BLG reigning supreme. And they got Viper with their eyes on.
That sounds like Giga Protein. What are our plans? I might go back and sleep.
Everyone hoping that they would be able to recruit him to their team. But he wanted to play with Knight, he wanted to play with Ben, he wanted to go to BLG.
I don't know, guys. Really, I'm not a morning person.
I mean, massive credit to BLG. And I mean,
like that first day, I like tried putting on makeup and everything, and I was like, yeah, I can function. No, I could not function. I couldn't function for the rest of the day. I couldn't function for the next 3 days. I just don't think mornings are for me.
And then lose to BLG here in the finals. For G2, of course, commiserations on the finals.
I really want to learn how to make bagels.
Exactly.
If you guys have never made a bagel at home, we should all try to make homemade bagels, because I feel like stores sell the worst bagels ever, and it's so overpriced.
Absolutely, they certainly have. The LPL continues to be Europe's kryptonite. And I mean, what an exciting team to watch as well. I feel like a lot of the concerns that we heard about this team coming into this tournament was sometimes they get overzealous, they get a bit overambitious. We even saw it at the beginning of this game where they just went too deep on their invade, and there were comments about like how good is their team fighting. But everything seemed to have come together for them at this tournament. They found their form in the meta.
I'm really curious what the analysts and like the pro players or Kaidril and stuff, or Kaidril, sorry, I keep calling him Kaidril, were saying about the game, because genuinely at some point it was so G2 favored. I don't know what happened.
Now the responsibility is on the rest of the world to catch up.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to watch, and I do think just for
was it just bad macro decisions?
Because we saw that the LCK can bleed. We saw that the LCK is not guaranteed. They don't just show
Keija was coping for most of game 4. Well, what is he saying? I'm so curious. Hi, Minnie.
Source. It was BLG. I think that most people were saying, well, if anyone could stand a chance against Gen G, it would be BLG. Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, and homemade.
Into the Gen G G2 series,
homemade bread is just way better, no? I've been seeing so many videos of like people talking about like homemade flour makes for better, is more nutritious, and homemade bread is just so much better tasting and nutritious too.
More exciting, I feel like, going into the rest of the year, you know, not knowing what is going to happen.
Like despite it being carbs, it's just like so much better. That is like the one thing I want to get into, is like making homemade bread, like sourdough bread and bagels.
It's extremely exciting for the LPL, but also for Europe. That hope has been reignited. The possibilities, the chances.
G2 got out macroed. Yeah, it just feels like
and so it sets us up for a very interesting year.
BLG threw a lot, but their sense of macro play just carried them, whereas like G2 is had so many advantages as like champions, and they just weren't able to execute it. Like if I'm Kaisa, I'm like pretty upset that I wasn't able to do, like I wasn't allowed to fight properly. Not that it's the Kaisa's fault, but like as a team, it's like it must feel pretty bad. It's pretty easy. You just have to get used to it. Yeah. Jack, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
But at the end of the day, it is BLG taking it, overcoming finally that final step and seizing
homemade bread takes all the longer shelf life processed ingredients out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I genuinely think that's like something I want to get into, is like making homemade bread and stuff.
I know they wanted to play with
that sounds so good.
And you can absolutely see why, because for me,
dang, I did not expect it to end like that.
And I'm just so glad that everyone got to see the fun and kind of chaos that BLG really love to bring to so many of their games. This was the team
you love making homemade bread. Hopefully, I think when it comes to baking, I have always feared the oven. Something about the oven is so intimidating to me. I don't know why, but the oven feels like something that like, it feels so dangerous. It's not, I don't know, and difficult to use, but maybe it's just all in my head. The oven scares me a bit, but maybe because it's like, you know, like a frying pan or like a pot, like if you make food on top of the stove, you have control over it, but an oven feels so out of control. Like, it's like you put it in there and you watch it. You can watch it, but it's like up to the oven on how it cooks. It definitely, like, I don't know, it's just like, I guess it's just like the lack of familiarity with the oven itself. I'm sure if the oven is something I get used to the point of, like, you know, like the way that a microwave works, I'm sure I wouldn't find it a big deal. Trust the oven. No, I'm not afraid of the air fryer. The air fryer is like, the air fryer feels contained, but I guess it's the same thing.
To win this tournament.
Yeah, wholeheartedly
Well,
agree. And it is a difficult choice. You know, Shun, really
I guess
big
that's
game,
it.
Really big series. Bin as well, really big series.
I might go nap.
Personally, I went with Shun for player of this series, but I would not be mad with other votes.
You're scared of pressure cookers? I'm not scared of pressure cookers because anything you put in a pressure cooker is bound to turn out good. I think that's why pressure cookers are so OP. Whatever you put in a pressure cooker is bound to turn out pretty good. The exploding? I've never heard of something exploding from a pressure cooker before.
Because for me, when I think about BLG, when I think about the inconsistencies of BLG last year, especially despite the jungle changes, it was on.
It explodes?
Who was often on and off, committing those FC, but I feel like he's been crisp. He's been fantastic this tournament.
I feel like
oh my
On is
God.
a microcosm for BLG as a whole, right? Like, even in just this game, you saw
I
him
had
go
no
a little bit too
idea.
far, and you saw him make some really crucial plays.
Yeah, that has unlocked a new fear in me. I fear I will never get a pressure cooker.
Earlier in the series, pulling out the Shen support. So he's just been.
I've used a pressure cooker like once before.
For the team, and such a versatile champion pool. He can take
At least 3 Explode in the Kitchen you've worked. That sounds terrifying.
And from this game in particular, I think the Alistar heal speed up to go get the extra kill onto Caps after in the early game.
It's time for me to sleep.
Looks like they're setting up for the on-stage.
It's time for me to nap.
Once again, such big congratulations to this team. The organization, you know, getting their international title is huge. The players, of course, decorated individually.
I feel like BLG has been chasing that title for so long, been so close to getting it, lots of finals, but finally securing it after all this time.
And we're ready for the stage interview with the full team. Rafa,
I'll send you guys off. Okay, guys. I will see you guys. Yeah, maybe I'll stream later today. Whatever I decide to stream. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Good night, everybody.